Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about the climate of Africa. Many people think Africa is hot year round, however, spanning two hemispheres. Africa is a continent of extreme instead of summer, autumn, winter, and spring. Most countries in East Africa and Southern Africa have a wet season and dry season. Summer temperature typically average around 82 °F, while winter temperature however around 64 °F, with some variation depending on the city. Now we are going to learn about the climate of Africa. Climate of Africa. The climate of Africa is a range of climates such as equatorial climate, tropical wet and dry climate, the tropical monsoon climate, the semi-arid climate, the desert climate, and the subtropical highland climate. North Africa has an arid desert climate with high temperature and very little precipitation, although the temperature in the mountains and the Sahara at night time can drop below freezing. East Africa also has distinct dry and rainy season, while Southern Africa generally more temperate. Over the coming decades, warming from climate change is expected across almost the Earth's surface. The global mean rainfall will increase. Regional effects on rainfall in those tropics are expected to be much more spatially variable, and sign of change at any one location is often less certain, although the changes are expected. Consistent with this, observed surface temperature have generally increased over Africa since the late 19th century to the early 21st century by about 1 degree Celsius, but locally as much as 3 degrees Celsius for minimum temperature in the Sahel at the end of the dry season. Major climatic zones of Africa. Arid and semi-arid climate. Northern Africa and Southern Africa have this climate. Rainfall is scanty in the spot. Hot semi-arid climates are most commonly found around the fringes of subtropical desert. Hot semi-arid climate is most commonly found in Africa, Australia, South Asia. In Australia, a large portion of outback surrounding the central desert region lies within the hot semi-arid climate region. Sahel, Arabic Sahel, semi-arid region of western and north central Africa, extending from Senegal eastward to Sudan. It forms a transitional zone between the arid Sahara desert to the north and the belt of humid savannas to the south. Tropical savanna climate. It is found from 100 to 200 latitudes on either side of the equator. It is a tropical wet and dry climate. An important factor in the savanna is a climate. The climate is usually warm and the temperature ranges 68 degree to 86 degree Fahrenheit. Savanna exists in the areas where there is a 6 to 8 month wet summer season and 4 to 6 months dry winter season. The annual rainfall is from 10 to 30 inches, 25 to 75 centimeter per year. Major climatic of Africa, the Mediterranean climate. It is found in the northwestern and southwestern tips of Africa. This region gets rainfall in winter, while in summer it is hot and dry. Mediterranean climate of North Africa is characterized by hot, dry summers and seasonally restricted rainfall. The western region experiences sub-humid Mediterranean climate with mild, moist winter from October through March, April, and hot, dry summers from May through September. Tropical monsoon climate. It is found in the eastern shore of Africa. Summers are hot with monsoon wind bringing good rainfall, while winters are cool and dry. In tropical monsoon climate, there are two dry seasons with low rainfall. There is a distinct rainy season with very high rainfall. During the monsoon season in India, many parts of the country receives rainfall as high as 200 centimeter. Africa's climate is dominated by desert condition along vast stretches of its northern and southern fringes. The central portion of the continent is wetter with tropical rainforest, grassland and semi-arid climates. Next one is equatorial climate. It is found in the equatorial region covering the Congo River Basin and East African highlands. Temperature and rainfall are high all the year round in this region. The annual temperature ranges may be as low as 3 degrees Celsius. The diurnal or daily temperature range, the difference between highest temperature in the day and lowest temperature at night, is usually greater. Humidity is usually very high. The equatorial hot, wet climate is found between 5 degree and 10 degree north and south of the equator. Within the tropics, the equatorial highlands have distinctively cooler climate modified by altitude. The Kenyan highlands in East Africa. Temperate climate. It prevails in southern tip of South Africa. Since this spot is located on the coast, the climate of this region is equable. Temperate climate are rare across the continent except at very high and elevations and along the fringes. In fact, the climate of Africa is more variable by rainfall amount than by temperature, which consistently high. Only the northernmost and southernmost fringes of the continent have a Mediterranean climate. Tropical desert climate of Africa. Tropical deserts are located between 20 degree and 30 degree north and the south of the equator on the western margin of the continents. The desert lie in the belt of the trade winds which blow from the northeast in the northern hemisphere and southeast in the southern hemisphere. Therefore, the general direction of the trade winds is from east to west. These winds shed their moisture on the eastern margins of the continents, and by the time they reach the west, they lose their moisture. A hot and dry, dusty local winds blowing from Sahara Desert to Guinea coast is called as harmattan. A hot local winds blowing from Sahara to Mediterranean is called sirocco. Tropical rainforest is called the swell of the earth and world's largest pharmacy. Thank you, students.